So they're asking you to look at the original logarithm that you wrote, or this, compared to this. So what do you notice in all of them? Even though I didn't do all of them. What do you notice?
It's the base divided by the argument.
It's the argument on top and the base on bottom every time, right? If you look at this, the argument's 104 and it goes on top, the base is on bottom. Every single time. It's the argument over the base and the argument over the base. That's called the change of base property. And it just says that every single time, if I am in a base that my calculator won't do, I can put it into common log by writing the argument, the log of the argument, over the log of the base. So even though I get to problem number 9 and I see that it's log base 8, and I know, well, my calculator only does common log, that's okay because I can do log of 32 over log of 8, and that'll give me an answer. So I just plug that into my calculator. Log 32 divided by log 8, and it gives me 1.66. That's my answer. So you can do that for each one of these. Okay, now, it is a whole lot faster to do that than to go through all of those steps. However, you need to know those steps because it's not always going to come out like this. There's also an even faster way. On this calculator, these calculators have an upgrade on them. It's called the log base upgrade. So if I hit alpha window, if you see 5, it says log base. And notice it pulls up like an empty base. So I can plug that in. So I can do log base 8 of 32 and hit enter. And I'll get the same answer that I got from the change of base property. But you have to know the change of base property because if you flip the page and look at the top of the next page, the very first thing it gives me is log base k of 2. Well, k is not a number, and so you can't plug that in your calculator. You have to write it as log 2 over log k. So you have to know the change of base property because for our purposes in Algebra 2, a lot of times they're going to have variables. And then your calculator doesn't do you a whole lot of good. So this one's going to be log of x over log of 4. This would be log of x plus 6 over log 8. This one will be log of 1/2 over log of x plus 2. Yeah, you can just leave them like that because you can't get an actual decimal answer for those. Okay, so the next thing it's asking me to do is to rewrite these with the change of base property and plug them in my calculator, but this worksheet was created before we had the upgrade. So I don't actually have to rewrite them. I can just plug this in my calculator on number 17. I can just plug that in my calculator just like it's written. So I'm going to go to y equals, and I'm going to use my log base. So I'm going to do alpha window 5, and I'm going to put in log base 2 of x plus 4, and just hit graph, and you'll see your picture. And all it wants you to do for 17, 18, and 19 is just sketch those graphs. So it doesn't have to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm going to get some exact points just so I know where it starts.
Wait, can you type that in one more time?
Sure. Okay, so you do alpha, window, 5.
And then you just look.
And then you just put the stuff in.
Okay.
So go ahead and do 17, 18, and 19 and just sketch your graphs. Like I said, don't worry about the rewrite box because you're not having to rewrite them because your calculator has the log base button. And then we'll talk about number 20.